So what we're going to look at in this video is how to take a group selection, right? We're a group mask and do some interesting things with it. So I'm just taking these, and for whatever reason they weren't all the way off to the edges, so I'm just going to bring them off to the edges, right? Just using free transform to do that. All right, excellent. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my frame. So we're just going to do a rectangular frame. I'm going to take all of these and group them, which is Command G, and then I'm going to mask on my group. Now you can see what happened is anything within that group stays within this frame, which is really cool. So now what I can do is I can actually add a mask inside of this group. So, for example, I want to mask out some of this and reveal the other image underneath it. So I'm going to put a mask on it, and I'm just going to use a regular feather brush here, or a soft brush rather, and I'm just going to go ahead in and mask away. And you can make all sorts of edits and other things that you wanted. And what's really great is as I move this, you can see it stays within my grouped masked frame, which is really super cool. So that's a really simple way of taking something and, whether you wanted a border or you just want, now you're going to add other things to it. It's a really good way of kind of keeping it under control. Now, let's back up for a second. Let's say you said, you know what, I like that, but I don't want just a regular, this. I want something a little bit more fun, something a little bit more organic as my mask. Let's take one of these kind of brush. Let's take this here, and actually create a new layer with this. No, it doesn't want to create a new layer with this. All right, why not? Oh, okay. Let's just delete those, create a new layer. I don't know why it didn't do it outside of the group. Actually, it doesn't matter. So there's my little splat. Let's just do a couple little things that are here. Let's say that's where you want your pictures to be loaded into. Well, I could create a mask with that very easily. So I can select actually anything from here. If I hold the Command key and click on that, you can see it makes a selection of that. Now I'm going to use that as my mask. And I'm actually delete this now. So now what you see is you have that brush stroke as the mask, and these two things are inside of it. Right? So let's mask this, just like we did before. And now you have inside of a paint stroke, you have these two masks that are set up there. Really kind of interesting way of approaching masks as far as maybe organized chaos within these masks.